What's up, everyone? This is Saiyan. I went back once again for some more Let's Play Chrono Trigger. In the last part, we went through, I'd say about two-fourths of the Black Omen, and we're pretty much standing near the end of the entire place. So let's get our asses moving and move on. First off, I should probably change out my party just to make things a little bit easier for the upcoming gauntlet of fights that I'm apparently going to go through. All in one sitting, apparently. Yeah, it's not all in one sitting. Because there's a boss right here, and after that we can just go back and heal up using a shelter. But this is the final mutant of the Black Omen, the Terra mutant. He's not much harder than the other ones that we fought up against. The hardest one is probably the Giga Mutant, I believe. The second one. So let's just resort to the Luminaire strategy and see how this can go. Should do a bit of damage. A hell of a lot to the top of him, at least. I highly suggest just casting Luminaire with Chrono, considering that's going to be the hardest hitting attack you got at this point. And also, don't worry about not being able to hit the bottom. The bottom will eventually die if you get rid of the top half. And as you can see, the ice tackle doesn't do all that much, which is kind of disappointing, but what are you going to do? Thankfully, no one gets confused. I like to keep Rubbo around just for extra healing. Just in case we need to do something with Marl. Need to keep her around for a long time. Otherwise, it's the same exact fight as the last ones. Main thing with this fight is just wondering how long Chrono's magic reserves can hold out. Apparently, for at least about 4 of them. But yeah, that's not much of a fight. Oh, but don't worry, the next boss will definitely be a pain in the ass. Well, we finally got the last rock. And let's get on the save point so we can use our damn shelter. I think from here on out, there aren't even any enemies in the area. And also, I gotta use these. There we go. Now we're ready to rock and roll. Everyone's looking good on their stuff. He's pretty much... Never expected him to get that big a boost of speed. So he's probably the fastest character in my version of the game anyway. So let's go. I believe the White Rock is something called the Piozo dance. It's a weird kind of attack, and it needs all 3 female members to do it. But yeah, it's not that great of a move. What do we have here? And I guess the game has proved me wrong one last time before it eventually ends. It's the final lava spawn. If you go immediately here, this will be the only time you ever have to fight it. If you don't want to go save Chrono. I don't know why you wouldn't want to. But whatever. If you want to do a hard run of the game, it's your prerogative. And just like the last time we fought against the spawns, they're really not all that big of a deal. Just remember not to attack the shell, and then you'll be fine. The hardest hitting attack he's got are those stupid needle attacks he shoots out. Otherwise, it's just going to be a destruction field attack that pretty much hits everyone. Or a dark bomb that does little to no damage. Otherwise, this is a very straightforward fight, and really, it's not even all that hard. You should probably be able to kill him in about 5 or 6 turns, depending on your speed. But overall, it should be a breeze for you, especially if you got the rainbow. Just remember, don't attack the shell, or else you will die. And this should be over quickly. There it is. Hammer fist to the face. No more of those damn spawns. Now we can move on. Let's go. Onwards and upwards. Let's heal a bit before we move on. Considering Marvel got kind of smacked around in that last fight. Good thing I got plenty of full tonics. And it's also a good thing that I got plenty of money to buy them. Yeah, I may have forgot about this one. It's yet another fight against a bunch of panels. This is their safety measure. A bunch of walls. The thing protecting the Queen of a Magical Kingdom is a bunch of statues hanging off the wall. Clearly she did not put very much, if any, thought into this. And one Luminaire is pretty much all it takes, is just to knock them all out. Or destroy them, whichever word you care to use. There's the final save point. No, I'm lying. There's another one. I remember. I'm not going to reveal that until probably in the next part. I'm pretty sure the next part's going to be the finale to all of this. Yeah, this isn't creepy at all. This looks like she's making clones of us. All except for Magus, apparently. I don't know why. But whatever, maybe he's below this thing that we're walking on. A bridge. And that's the destroyed Mamon machine, which apparently she likes to use as a throne. And not that kind of throne. Here's our standard villain monologue. Oh, trust me, I'm gonna do more than smash this place. This place is gonna go up like a frickin' Roman candle. Thought the game locked up there for a second. Jesus. Let's just put an end to this crazy bitch. Oh, not this shit again. And this is actually an area attack, so all your guys are going to be bushwhacked with it. So quickly, and I do mean quickly, do whatever you can to heal your party. Otherwise, it's going to be a very, very fast fight for the boss. I believe it has about 12,000 HP. So, quite a bit, actually. Okay, what should we do? Let's try a Max Cyclone. Smack her in the face. Very nice. Let us do a Cure Touch. And that is good timing on my part, because everyone goes back down to 1 again. Now everyone's going to go back up. Yeah, this fight can be pretty annoying, especially with the Hellation. But that's really her only threatening move that she has. All the rest are kind of mediocre at best. Enough! You bitch! Let's use a Lapis. It's about time I use those damn things. Stop! You bitch! It's not funny. It's getting annoying. The only one I'm really worried about is Marl, considering her physical defense is quite shit. So... And also, with Robo being as fast as he is now, he's definitely going to make a big impact on the future fights. And holy shit, the fight's already over. Damn. You're kind of standing behind it. Oh god, I never want to be with you. Go away! No touching. You disgust me. Or apparently it's still working. Maybe it's just in the same void that Lavos is in. Well, let's heal up before we do any more damage. Yeah, Cure Touch. Don't need to use Lifeline just yet. And there's only one target, so let's start slashing the ever-loving hell out of it. See how much this will do. Basic damage. About 2,500. Next, let's ram into it with an ice attack. It really doesn't matter how it modifies itself. It's not going to live long enough. Not after these attacks. Yeah, it's pretty much kind of like Nesbill when it absorbs all the energy. It's kind of like that. But it's still weak. Yeah, I don't need to use Lifeline yet. Not for a while, and I can't use Max Cyclone because Robo's not next to him. Damn it. And well, I'll just punch him in the face. Stand still, it's not going to do anything this turn. So let's actually speed her up a bit. Just me, or am I doing less and less damage? Just as he's standing still, he's not changing his stats at all. It's kind of confusing. Let's try just a regular attack. That seems to do damage. And so does that. I guess we'll just stick with regular attacks then. Unless someone gets murdered. Nope. Even Marl can take the hits. She does an okay attack when it's critical. She seems to be hitting criticals more often than not, but not as often as the Rainbow. Not nearly as often. Even when she does hit a critical, it's just enough damage that that Robo does. So it's not all that grand. Still, it shouldn't take too long to put this thing down. If all you got is defense, you're not going to have enough left in you for everything else. Let's go for... Let's just do Luminaire and use a strong magic attack right in its face, if it has one. Shit, did I give that to Marl or did I give that to Chrono? Yeah, well, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Probably should heal up his MP, though. He's looking mighty low. It's just me, or did they give all the really good attacks to Chrono? They give him pretty much the strongest magic attack, and they give him the strongest physical attack. I mean, Robo does have some diversity, but they're not nearly as strong as Chrono's. And of course, Marl is more oriented towards the mage class. So she's more or less regulated to being the healer of the group. Unless you want to count Frog, which I don't. Frog is more of an attacker than a healer. Again, it goes to the whole thing about the Paladin status. He's not only a fighter, but he can also use some healing magic as well. Oh, please. I'll be thinking about that when I'm pissing on your grave. And here's the second round of the Queen Zeal fight. And is she flipping me off? Right back at you, crazy bitch. So now there are actually 3 targets. The 2 hands and the face. And what to get rid of first? Let's get rid of the hands since those can be annoying. But once you kill the face, the hands will go along with it. And now poor Robo is out of MP. Okay, let's try attacking the face then. And Chrono needs more MP. Don't seem to counter me punching it right in the face. I believe that you can actually charm prism stuff from the hands. One of them has a prism dress, one of them has a prism helm. But I believe if you do that, it will actually counter with something. With some kind of move. And yes, this thing still uses the Halation move. So be on your guard for that. Especially when it starts using strongest water attacks. But thankfully, you can still smash it up with some Uzi punches and with your Confuse. And let's actually heal up the group. Just to be on the safe side. Oh, maybe I only have time for this. I don't know. Didn't know the fights are going to take this long. Again, the person I worry about the most is probably whichever magic user you're using. In my case, it's the obvious. But when it comes to magical attacks, that's the least of the worries. The main threat is still the Halation move. And that little hexagon water thing. That was weird. Other than that, it's kind of an easy fight. I'd actually avoid the hands in case you want to end this as fast as possible. I mean, they don't really hurt all that much, if at all. And with Chrono using Confuse and Robo using his Uzi Punch, this will be over in probably another minute or so. So I'm not worried at all. And then that shit comes up. Healing. I need it now. Let us use a Lapis. Fucker. Had to do it, didn't ya? Piece of shit. Well, it's the first time we get to use life too. That's something at least. It's pretty much just the full life spell from the Final Fantasy games. Basically, it just revives you and gives you all your health as opposed to the regular life spell, which brings you back but leaves you with very little health. Simple stuff. And now Chrono needs to get his goddamn MP back. Maybe I should give the thing to him. The gold stud. Then again, he probably wouldn't be as strong as he is without the prism shades. Probably not. And let's continue to punch the bitch in the face, because she deserves it. I don't know why the fingers are designed to look that way. I expect her pointing more with the pointer finger and not the middle finger. Maybe that's just an inside joke that they wanted to do. Who knows? Hopefully this won't last too much longer. Yep, there it is. Seems that whenever I bring it up, it just happens. Yay, me! with that, she is defeated. For insects, then how could we beat your ass not once, but twice? And here's where it becomes kind of a pain in the ass. Because the boss gauntlet just continues. And when I say gauntlet, I definitely mean gauntlet. Let's see, how many things we had to fight in a row? We had to fight the Terra Mutant, we had to fight a series of panels, we had to fight Queen Zeal the first time, then the Madmone Machine, and then fight Queen Zeal the second time. That's 5 fights in a row. Oh shit, no, 6! It's because of the Lavos spawn. I don't think we ever find out what happens from here on out for Queen Zeal. I don't know if she dies or if she just escapes. I don't think they really explain it. At least not from what I've seen. Hell, I didn't need to smash the Black Omen. Someone had to do it for me. Thanks, Lavos. Taking the joy out of kicking her ass. Speaking of which... where's that musical cue? Isn't he in the water? How can there be cracks in the water that high? Who knows? And there it is, the giant ugly shellfish. And what's unique about the Lavos fights is that he pretty much mimics all the major boss fights that you've had in the entire game. But I think I'm going to leave this for the next time. And I just gotta heal up my guys for a second. After the bullshit that we've been through. Mainly losing most of our magic, but that's probably the least of our worries right now. So, next time in Let's Play Chrono Trigger, we're doing the finale. We're finishing Lavos off once and for all. I'll see you guys then.